There is a simple yet profound satisfaction that comes from growing your own food. Imagine stepping into your garden on a warm, late summer evening. The air is thick with the scent of earth and greenery. You reach down to a lush green plant. You pluck a plump, fuzzy pod. This isn't just any vegetable, it is edamame, grown by your own hands. Harvesting something you have nurtured from a tiny seed is one of life's good things. It connects us to the seasons and to the source of our nourishment. The flavor of freshly picked edamame is a revelation. It is sweeter, more vibrant, and firm yet tender in texture. Before you can sow a single seed, you must first gather the proper tools and materials. A successful garden begins with thoughtful preparation. For growing edamame, your primary need is the seed itself. Seek out seeds specifically labeled edamame or vegetable soybean. These varieties are bred for their large, sweet beans, unlike the soybeans grown for oil or animal feed. I recommend choosing a trusted heirloom or organic seed supplier to ensure quality and vitality. Next, consider the environment your edamame will call home. These plants thrive in full sun, at least 6 to 8 hours a day. The soil should be well-draining and rich in organic matter. Loamy soil is ideal. You can amend heavier clay or sandier soils to create the perfect consistency. A simple soil test can tell you about pH and nutrient levels. You will also need a few basic gardening tools. A sturdy trowel, gloves, a watering can or soaker hose, and a garden fork or tiller will make the work easier. Once you have gathered your essentials, the next step is to prepare the garden bed. This is where you lay the groundwork for healthy, productive plants. Begin by clearing weeds, rocks, and other debris so seedlings won't have to compete for water, sunlight, and nutrients. Loosen the soil to about 8 to 10 inches with a garden fork or mini tiller so roots establish easily. Measure a good working depth. 8 to 10 inches is ideal. Enrich the top 6 inches with well-rotted compost or aged manure for a fertile start. This improves structure, helping the soil retain moisture while allowing good drainage. Plant in blocks or wide rows rather than a single long line so plants support one another. Edamame grow 2 to 3 feet tall. Space seeds about 4 inches within rows and keep rows 24 to 30 inches apart. For containers, choose at least a 5-gallon pot with drainage holes and fill with quality potting mix plus a scoop of compost. Consider a layer of small stones or pottery shards in the bottom to improve drainage and prevent waterlogging. Planting your edamame seeds is a simple but crucial step that sets the stage for the season. The best time is spring, after the last frost and when soil has warmed to at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Before planting, treat seeds with a rhizobial inoculant. Lightly moisten them so the inoculant will stick. Place seeds with the powdered inoculant in a bag or bowl and shake gently to coat them evenly. This introduces bacteria that help fix nitrogen, leading to more vigorous growth and larger yields. With seeds coated and the bed ready, sow by making shallow holes about 1 to 1.5 inches deep. Place 1 seed per hole and space them roughly 4 inches apart. Lightly cover and press to ensure good seed-to-soil contact, eliminating air pockets. Water thoroughly but gently with a watering can, rose, or fine spray so seeds are settled but not dislodged. Keep soil consistently moist. Sprouts typically appear in 5 to 10 days. Witnessing those first shoots is truly gratifying. Patience here pays off. A little wait yields strong seedlings. Once your edamame seeds have germinated and the first tender shoots emerge, a new phase of care begins. During these early weeks, focus on consistent moisture and managing weeds. Check soil daily. It should feel moist about 1 inch down. Water deeply in the morning so foliage dries by evening. Keeping foliage dry helps prevent fungal diseases like powdery mildew or root rot caused by overly wet conditions. If seedlings are crowded, thin them at 4 to 5 inches tall by snipping weaker plants at the soil line. Avoid pulling, which disturbs neighboring roots. Remove weeds as soon as they appear. They compete for moisture, nutrients, and light. Apply a 2-inch layer of organic mulch, straw, shredded leaves, or grass clippings, once plants are several inches tall. Mulch suppresses weeds, conserves moisture, and stabilizes soil temperature. At about 1 foot tall, plants become bushier. A light hilling, mounding soil around the stem, adds stability and encourages root development. Hilling helps plants resist wind and the future weight of pods. With steady care, these plants will reward you with a generous harvest. Even the most well-tended garden can face challenges from pests and diseases. For edamame, a common culprit is the Mexican bean beetle, a copper-colored insect resembling a ladybug. Their yellow larvae chew leaves, leaving a lace-like pattern of damage. A vigilant eye is your best defense. Inspect undersides of leaves for eggs, larvae, and adults. Hand-pick pests and drop them into soapy water, very effective in small gardens. For aphids or spider mites, a strong spray of water or insecticidal soap helps. Apply treatments in late afternoon or cloudy weather to avoid scorch. Always follow product instructions and confirm it's safe for edible plants. Proper spacing and airflow prevent many issues. Prune off diseased leaves immediately and remove them from the garden area. For larger visitors, use physical barriers, chicken wire for rabbits, taller fences for deer, or floating row covers until plants are established. A little prevention goes a long way, so you get to enjoy the harvest. The culmination of your gardening efforts is the harvest. You are not waiting for pods to dry like field soybeans. Instead, harvest them green and immature. Harvest when the beans are sweet and tender. The ideal window is about 75 to 90 days after planting, but watch the pods more than the calendar. Pods will swell and feel plump and firm to the touch. Open a test pod. The beans should almost touch each other. If pods are flat, wait. If they yellow and feel tough, you waited too long. They become starchy and lose sweetness. All pods on a plant often mature together. You can pick pods individually or cut the whole plant at the base. Do not pull plants by the roots. Leave nodules in the soil to return nitrogen. Shell pods in a shaded spot and cook as soon as possible, ideally the same day. Boil or blanch for a few minutes. If you have excess, blanch and freeze. Edamame freezes exceptionally well. A little work now gives you a taste of summer for months to come. The classic and perhaps most perfect way to enjoy fresh edamame is simply to boil the pods or steam them. Bring a large pot to a rolling boil, add a generous amount of salt. It should taste like the sea. Add pods and cook about 4 to 5 minutes. They are done when brilliantly green and tender. Drain immediately, plunge into an ice bath to stop cooking, then transfer to a serving bowl. While still warm, sprinkle coarse sea salt or flaky Maldon and toss so salt clings to the fuzzy pods. Add red pepper flakes for heat or a squeeze of lemon to brighten. To eat, hold the pod, bring it to your mouth, and squeeze the beans out with your teeth. Discard the pod. Beyond this simple prep, fresh edamame is versatile. Add shelled beans to salads, stir-fries, fried rice, or noodles in the last minutes of cooking. For a vibrant dip, blend shelled cooked edamame with garlic, tahini, lemon juice, olive oil, and herbs. Season to taste. As you sit down to enjoy your first bowl of homegrown edamame, take a moment to reflect on the journey. From a small, unassuming seed to a nourishing meal, you have participated in a rewarding cycle. The taste of your harvest is the culmination of patience, care, and a connection to the earth. Patience, your care, your connection to the earth. Each sweet, tender bean reminds you of sun, soil, and the simple, good work of your hands. Do not be discouraged if your first attempt is not perfect. Every season brings lessons. A rabbit-nibbled plant or a few pods harvested late. These are learning opportunities that make you a better gardener. Take notes and adapt. Celebrate successes, learn from experience, and remember the joy in tending living things. When clearing spent plants, leave roots to decompose and return nitrogen. Compost plant material to enrich the soil. Follow edamame with cool weather greens like spinach or lettuce and continue the cycle. So find a sunny spot, prepare your soil, plant seeds. A world of fresh flavor awaits you in your own backyard. It is a very good thing.